Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Gladys on Love. As we move into a new year and as we are ending 2024, I'm sure there's a lot of things that maybe you've started or have developed over the years. And maybe there are also moments where we have to let go, move on, or maybe grieve about something. And I have this question, and that's this idea that time heals all wounds. And over the years, my belief around this have changed. And I'm curious about you, ladies. What do you think about that? When you hear that phrase, is that something that you resonate with? Do you agree with that? Or do you have your own thoughts? Let's start with you, Leia.
Of the mic. I used to agree on that one, but no, not anymore. Because when you are having an issue and you just let time heals, maybe it's not healing, but you're suppressing it. You don't keep it like something that you have to ziplock inside of you. You really have to face whatever issue it was, what trauma it causes for you to feel that way. You need to really dig it up because time is just like a band-aid. Boop, you just band-aid it, and then one day someone will take out the band-aid, and then you see that the scar was not really healed, like only maybe the surface, but deep inside the wound is still there. So for me, it's really important for you to find a way to release anything that you need to release in any way, as long as you don't hurt anyone else and you don't hurt yourself. Find any way or any modality for you to release it, because time will not heal. You only will heal if you really face it.
I love that. Thank you, Leia. How about you, Shay?
I have a similar view with Leia, and I've always believed that time does not really heal. I would say that time is just time. Time is kind of like a passive element. It's an element for healing, but it's not the healer. Because you can go on, you can spend 10 years, or you can allocate 10 years and try to move on from that relationship or from whatever. But if you do not actually give an active effort or conscious effort to actually heal, then the 10 years is just a waste of time. You can spend 1 month or 2 months and really focus on making peace with the past, doing an active effort of rebuilding yourself and accept what happened and focus on growth.
Yeah.
1 month will be actually long enough to heal yourself. So it's not about time. Time is just time. Time is just an element that is probably somehow needed for healing, but time does not heal you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shay. I love where you're going with that. How about you?
I like what you said about time is just a band-aid to cover up the scar, but when you open it, the wound is still there. And I think healing is very important because whatever you don't heal, you will attract. You might say that it's not there, but subconsciously it's still there. And every decision that you make is going to be based on that wound, especially if it's a childhood trauma. I know it's hard for a child to heal this trauma because you don't understand it, that you have it. But as time goes by, as you age, you understand how those pain affected you. And this time, you should do whatever you can to seek the help that you can to heal yourself. Because if you don't, then it will surface as you get older.
I love that you touch on different things and we agree because I also resonate. I will just share an example, and I would also love if you're free to share an example later on of how you manage or how you go through your own healing and moving on in some situation in your life. For me, I will share my relationship with a kid's dad. We're together for 6-7 years, but it was a toxic relationship. And I thought that because we're separated for 3 years already, that I've moved on. because I'm not thinking of him anymore. But then when I decided to reconnect with him for the sake of our kids, I realized all the traumas were actually stored in my body. My mind can forget, but my body remembers everything. And I was shocked and blown away, like, oh my God, I still feel all the triggers and I don't even understand it. And that's the danger of not processing your emotion, because when it comes up, you don't even understand why, because you've suppressed it for a long time. And I love what you said, Shay, that you can try to escape the healing process for 10 years, thinking that it will go away, but it won't. But a month or two for you to sit down, for you to face that emotion and go through that healing process can be very powerful. And for me, it just took few hours, actually. One day, sitting in the couch with my partner, Eli, it just hit me that, wow, I've never processed this emotion with my ex, and I allowed myself to cry. I allowed myself to get angry. I was like slamming the couch. I was so angry. I was yelling, and then I was grieving, like, oh my God, I wanted that family. I wanted a whole family, but I'm not having it anymore. And I grieve that. It feels sad. Like, yeah, it's gone. It's over. There's no way that we can go back. And then the self-compassion kicks in of like, wow, I've went through that. He went through that. And then the forgiveness kicks in like, it was not just him who caused the problem. I was part of the problem. I was also provoking him and all of that. I thought that was actually healing in its own, but that was just me being aware of like, okay, I have to go through this. And up until this day, I still find little pieces of healing that I still have to go through. And I start embracing that, okay, healing process maybe for the rest of our life, and that's fine. That's my story. Do you have your story, Shay, of your healing process and stuff like that?
I Okay, healing process. I would say it is actually very easy for me to heal. It doesn't take long for me to heal because I always say this in my videos or in my live streams that I am a loner. So when you are alone, you get to think a lot, reflect a lot on what happened, and you get to learn a lot of things. There are no noises that can distract you from really putting yourself into that situation where you can actually reflect on whatever was happening, right? It really helped the healing to speed up.
Because you can reflect.
Yes,
You're not distracting yourself by going out with friends, singing, like drinking. But you
Yes.
sit down, you feel your emotions.
Yes, exactly. I'm already able to rebuild myself as short as, let's say, 1 month, 2 months, right? Because I'm alone. I'm here every day for 2 months trying to ask myself questions. What did I do wrong or what happened? So you get to examine things, evaluate things, and then you get to see your flaws and other people's flaws.
I love that.
I used to suppress the healing process because it's very uncomfortable. It's messy. Healing is messy. But now, as I grow older, I'm in my 30s now, I'd like to really get face to face my demons and anything that I should heal. I have a lot of healing to do, and that is something that I am focused right now because I have this realization in the past couple of months that every decision that I make is reflection of my past or like familiar, the familiarity. I realized that because even me, I question my decisions in life. So now I really face the traumas that I have been through that I haven't processed and really sit by myself. And yeah, I'm on that journey. That's it.
And we're here for you, Maya.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't have to go through it alone.
They are here for you to cheer and to support.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How about you, Leia? You have a story to share of your healing journey.
It took me a while. I'm one of those people that is actually guilty of suppressing and trying to hide through. But I'm not into alcohol though, but I work a lot.
Yeah.
So I tend to really intentionally being busy so that I would be so much tired that I couldn't think of all of the emotions that comes when I sleep. Because usually those emotions comes before sleep, right? You start the reflecting thing and all, and I hated that. I hated those moments. So I suppressed it, and it took me really a while to really move on. But when I did, oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for the people that were there for me, because I was really looking for mentors and guides to really guide me, because I really don't know that time. I felt like a child, like, why do I deserve this? Why is it so painful? And I didn't want to face it. Like, I don't want to face head on. But then one day I'm like, okay, I'm going to face this. And the universe provided me with the right people at the right moment to help me. And I really appreciate that, because I also had the intention that I couldn't do this alone. I need help.
Yeah.
And when I set the intention that I need help, oh my God, people, mentors, guides, professionals, they just come right in front of me. And I'm like, okay, since here you are, help me. I need help.
Yeah.
There were a lot of different tools as well that was provided during that time, because I kind of like attracted it. I needed people. I needed the tools, and then it just came at the right moment. That's when I discovered that meditation helps me a lot. And that's when I really uprooted the root of it all. I didn't even know that that was the root. Like,
Which is?
the abandonment issue. I never thought that I was like, I'm okay to be alone. I'm okay. You know, it's independent. But the abandonment issue was reflecting in the relationships. And during those process of many months, I think more than a year, that's when I discovered that the abandonment issue was a big thing. So the mentors offer a lot of different tools: meditation, the Reiki, the energy healing. I also followed a lot of different international mentors like Daniel Raphael, James Allen. There's a lot of them that I cannot mention. I read books. I really dive into it because there's a lot to work on.
Yeah.
There's a lot to work on, and I wanted to really address it as soon as I can, because I wanted to get out of that feeling. It's like this kind of trap, and I couldn't move on to the next if this is not sorted out. It was a journey. It was a long journey, but here I am now.
Amazing.
I'm flying now and floating. So I'm really happy. It's just really the intention as well is very powerful, and the forgiveness. Not just the forgiveness to another person, but to yourself.
I love that.
Just take that and give that to yourself,
I love that.
because